that they would have an innovation office and that we would be responsible for implementing completely new ideas at LA Metro. So my talk is about what I've learned so far, particularly with respect to new mobility. I don't know if Phil had it in mind when he created the office that we were going to need to figure out how to adjust to all the players in the new mobility landscape. You're all familiar with the transportation network companies, with the bikes, with the scooters, with everything that's now out there in the mobility landscape that was not even conceivable 10 years ago and is all there for us to deal with. I don't know if he had that in mind, but I know that there was no one else at LA Metro who's going to be able to deal with it. And I know that it has been a major focus of what we've been working on. And so these are some lessons that I've learned as we've tried to figure out how to work with the private sector on some new ideas over the last 3 years since this office was created. And I've done it in the form of a pop quiz. This is a school after all. So tell me, which of these are things that were actually said by Metro? This is a really innovative idea, but we can't do it. It's never been done before. Why are you even here? What value do you bring to Metro? This is the greatest idea in the history of ideas. Which one do you think is the real quotation? Anyone? A?
Should people vote?
Oh, what do you think? A? Who thinks A? A? B? C? Yeah, no, you know it's not C, right? No, it's unfortunately it's B. And it's B because when you come to people with new ideas, which is essentially our job, you're coming to people who have been working a long time doing something. A lot longer than I've been working doing something. If I had read my resume, none of them included, for example, doing the budget of a large transit agency. None of the jobs I've held. None of the jobs I've held involve things like trying to integrate a seamless fare card into a transit agency. That's not what I've been doing. So I have had this said to me by people because I'm coming to them with ideas about things that they've thought about for years, that they're experts on, and telling them, well, maybe you should consider doing it differently. I'm new here, but that's what I do. But that's essentially our job. We created an unsolicited proposal policy specifically to accept new ideas. In February 2016, I'm sorry this is out of whack here, but in February 2016, we said to the industry, I was out there, not just the usual suspects, but everyone in the transportation space, we want your ideas, give them to us. And what happens is these ideas come through my office, and then our office brings together a review team from people across the agency who are experts in that area that the proposal deals with to determine whether we think it has enough merit. If we think it has merit, then we would advance it to phase 2, which means we'd say, give us some more information about this. We want to have more details about this idea to determine whether we want to move forward with it. And if we still like it, then we move to a competitive process. It's still a government agency. It's not like we can just go out there and say, give us your idea, and then all of a sudden we're paying you to do it. We have to do a competitive process. All these things take time, but they take a lot less time than what happened before, which was people would generally not even be able to get a meeting if they had a new idea, and they certainly did not have a portal through which to submit those ideas. And so since we opened up this process, we have received, actually it's up to 120 unsolicited proposals. And the critical thing is that 11, and now it's actually 12, are in implementation. So that means that we're at some point where we're either in the procurement process or we're past the procurement process and we're actually good the thing that was submitted. Now, the challenge with all these proposals is that when you present a new idea to people who are experts in the field, their immediate answer is always going to be no, right? Because they're, first of all, or you're just saying, let's say that they agree, okay, it is a good idea, we should, you're asking them to do more work because they have a job. We receive, yeah, most of them are declined. Now, a lot of them are declined because they're proposals for things that, or it's not that expensive, you can try it out, looking to see